describe Emmanuel Fellowship in 2 words, I would call it God ordained. Hello everybody, my name is Marion Williams and I'm one of the founding members of Emmanuel Fellowship. Started, I believe, in September of 2013. I got saved in January of 1979. And prior to that, I was going through so many trials and tribulations in my life, in my marriage, my finances, in my job. And I was just so miserable. And I went to school with this girl, Helen Denmark, and we worked together for a while. And Helen introduced me to Barbara Johnson, and Barbara started calling me on the phone and telling me about the Bible and so forth. And I had about a zillion questions, and she answered all of the questions, and she said, "Well, are you ready to receive Christ?" I said, "Yeah." So she hung up, and I remember getting on my knees and praying and asking the Lord to save me. Things didn't get better, things got worse. But Barbara was there, she was there for me. And I was in her Sunday school class, member of church that we had left, and before that, I heard Brother Dan preach in church, and I said, "Wow, that guy can really, really preach." And you know, before that, I remember the Lord revealing to me. He said, "You're slipping." And so I think that the Lord sent Brother Dan because I wasn't getting the teaching at my church like I used to. And so I heard every one of his sermons, and around 2004, when he started his Sunday school class, I went to his Sunday school class. And I said, "Wow," I said, "this man can teach, this man can preach." And so I think God just used him to revive me spiritually. And I'm a teacher. God called me to be a teacher, so I can identify with Moses. Moses didn't really want to do it, and I was doing it and didn't know I was doing it. And because I always saw myself as a base person, not that smart, not that intelligent, and so forth. And I told that to God. And God told me in 1 Corinthians, he says, "Not many wise are chosen." He said, "I chose the base things." So I continued to go to Brother Dan's Sunday school class, and my spirit was just revived. And before coming to Cayley Street, we went to this, it was a little building on Rose Boulevard, and all of us old women couldn't see at night. So that's when Barbara volunteered to have it in her family room. And from there, we went to Pine Hills, and from there to Cayley Street. And I mean, the teaching just gets better and better. It encouraged me. It helps me. I mean, I hear teaching that I've never heard before. And then next thing I know, he wants me to teach a Bible study. And before that, he wanted me to do the finances. This was at Pine Hills. I didn't want to do the finances. I don't know anything about finances. I'm not an accountant. And he kept on, so you're going to do these finances. So with his help, Althea and Barbara, I started doing the finances. But anyway, what it all boils down to is that God is so good. I have been spiritually revived. The teaching gets better. And I love this church and the pastor. And that's it. Thank you.